Hey guys, it's Bastian Tales. Woo! Actually, of course, this is Nintendo news. I'm your host, Bastian. The reason for that silly intro is because one of my absolute favorite NES games is getting a complete overhaul, remake from the ground up sort of thing. Sort of. I mean, the funny thing is, when Capcom is talking about it, they talk about it in two completely contrasting ways. They say, well, we're being as faithful to the game as possible, we're not changing much, and then by the same token they're saying how only 70% of it or so is the actual regular game that we all know and love, with all the enemies put in the exact same place and the treasure boxes and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, the game is DuckTails, and I know, if you're not a child of the 8-bit era, you probably haven't played this game. It's one of those games that's very fondly remembered by those of us who did play it, but it's not really, since it never had any sequels or anything, it never really made much of an impact on later gamers. But I strongly urge you to go ahead and pick up a copy. It's coming out for the Wii U just in a matter of months, and it's really inexpensive. It's like $15 or something. It's a phenomenal game. The music is awesome. The gameplay is bizarre and wacky. You're Scrooge McDuck, and you can't just jump on enemies like Mario. You've got to bounce on them with your pogo stick, which is your cane, but you use it like a pogo stick for whatever reason. And that also allows you to cross over like dangerous things like spikes and stuff. I could rave about this game forever. It was so much fun. I cannot wait to play this new remastered version of it, is what they're calling it. So yeah, that's going to be cool. Etrain Odyssey 4 just came out, and already they're announcing a new Etrain Odyssey. It's Etrain Odyssey Millennium Girl for the 3DS again. I have never played any Etrain Odyssey games, but Etrain Odyssey 4 looks really good. Yeah, this game looks pretty decent too. Etrain Odyssey Millennium Girl. If you want more details, there's a link for you down below. You might be familiar with the OUYA, that's OUYA, and it is a console that is built to play Android games, basically, or not just Android games, but, you know, like various indie games. What's interesting about it, though, is that the creators of this system have said, oh yeah, by the way, there are Nintendo console emulators for the NES, SNES, N64, which is illegal, right? Well, not technically. What is illegal is the actual games that you emulate on them. So they're saying, we have no hand in what games you may or may not be playing legally or illegally. But, of course, those emulators are only for illegal games. So it's a funny loophole. It's really interesting that they're taking that stance. You know, this is a Bastian rant video, I'm just now realizing, so stay tuned for the Bastian rant. This is some amazing art. This artist, it's forced perspective. If you're not familiar with that term, it's not flat like you're seeing it here. The art is in two different sections, drawn really large in the section closest to you, or no, drawn really small in the section closest to you, and really large in the section far, far away from you, so that when you see it, it looks like they're on the same plane. I mean, that's the trick they used in the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit movies to make the hobbits seem shorter than the other human characters. But really what they would do is just put the hobbits so far back that they just look shorter. But anyways, the point is, that's what this artist did to create this art. Amazing stuff. So not just Pokemon, but he also did a lot of different things like Batman and so on. You're going to want to check these pieces out. They're mind-boggling. There's a link for you down below. And that's it for this episode of Nintendo News. Tomorrow is the second Zelda News episode. See you then, or in 2 days for the next Nintendo News. Bye, guys!